What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another exciting Warhammer Focus. We are here to talk about some new 10th edition rules.
Woo!
Woohoo! Games Workshop has continued to put out faction focus articles after we thought they were done, because
there's more factions to focus on.
There's always more factions to focus on. We're really excited for this. So we're seeing 10th edition rules, Warhammer 40k, for the 5 off-brand chapters. The maybe not so codex compliant, perhaps have more than 1,000 members. Who could truly say?
Yeah, I mean, Black Templars don't really keep records.
Yeah, and are there 1,000 Marines in the Dark Angel chapter? Yes. Are all of the Dark Angel chapters still a Legion? Maybe.
Maybe.
Who's asking?
Maybe.
Who's asking?
Are some of them in black armor? Who can say?
Who could say? So we're really excited for this. Really excited to talk about some new 10th edition rules. If you also are excited about new 10th edition rules, you should probably subscribe to the channel. That way you're going to get notified every time we go live, because we've been going live every day that they are putting out these new 10th edition rules. So we're here. We're excited. Jack, are you ready to talk about some Space Marine chapters?
Of course. Like me, some Space Marines.
You do, in fact, like you some Space Marines. You and I both have some chapters we care about.
Very much
in this preview.
Very much.
Even the Jack Templars.
Yeah. That's definitely my favorite chapter right now. Definitely not.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
So let's go down, and they're starting off with the Blood Angels.
Blood Angels.
There we go. There we go. We know Jack's not going to be sad about that.
Let's go.
The Jack Angels. So they start by giving us.
Nick tried to make it the Jangles or something. It's woof.
Yeah, it's not woof. That's Space Wolves.
No, true. Yeah, that's
right.
There
we go. So they do start off by clarifying things that we already know, which is that all of these Space Marine chapters retain Oath of Moment. That's the pick a unit, your army's so angry that they real hits and wins against it.
Yes.
Some people were seeing that the Warhammer Plus battle report that came out recently was reroll hits. That's because it was combat patrol. I'm assuming that the matched play normal rules is in fact what they previewed in the article.
Yes.
I think they have different rules for combat patrol. We'll find out about that whenever that comes out.
Yeah.
William,
not only did I win LVO with Blood Angels, but I may have just gotten that.
In fact, yes. We actually just painted that on this morning. A little
That's
stencil
right.
and an airbrush.
It's henna. It'll rub right off.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh no.
Oh no, that's permanent.
There we go. So we'll see. Maybe I'll have to find a chapter I love so much that I need one of those.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got just clarification on how Oath of Moment rules, and now each chapter is instead represented as detachment with its own rule enhancements and stratagems. They haven't shown a single enhancement yet. Would love it if that changed today, but not cross my fingers. So what they're losing here is they're losing the chapter the doctrines,
right?
Which was the once a game advance and shoot, once a game advance and charge, once a game fall back shoot charge.
Yes, and in exchange,
they get something. Let's find out. So we're starting off with Dark Angels. Dark Angels have the Unforgiven Task Force. While an Adeptus Astartes unit from your army is battle shocked, change the OC to 1 instead of 0. So you're never just guy on an objective is like, I'm done here. That's really nice. I don't know if that's army-wide advance and charge once a game nice, because I like that.
It's pretty good.
But that is pretty good.
Army-wide once a game versus, it depends on how often you get battle shocked.
True. But I don't know, man. I like advancing and charging. Still, this is pretty good, and just that reliability, that consistency is pretty Dark Angel. You know how they like that.
Yeah, they're not gonna break and run.
Mm-hmm. So now they're showing us some dudes.
Deathwing Command Squad.
Deathwing Command Squad. They're giving us both sides of the data sheet. Very kind of them. First thing that I notice, Deathwing Command Squad is now 2 to 7 idiots, in addition to the 3 totally not characters that are in the unit. Which means that a Deathwing Command Squad, which used to be 2 to 5, is now 5 to 10. Big command squads.
Big command squad energy.
I like the big command squad.
Yeah.
Yep, so they give a lot of war gear options, including the beloved Dark Angel Plasma Cannon on a Terminator that you never actually take, but dang, I want to. And they talk about this profile. This is very similar to a Terminator profile for reasons that are obvious. Fingers crossed, I see no reason you could not wound this unit on a 3 or a 2. So, that's nice. I mean, it's Deathwing, so you have to check,
that
right?
is dope, yeah. The only being wounded on 4s was a headache.
Yeah.
That was not well thought out.
So they do have all the profiles here. Everything is basically what you'd expect, except that the Halberd of Caliban is a unique thing here.
Yeah,
I think
slams.
everything else we've seen. The Halberd slams. Precision, 5 attacks at 3/6/2/2. I like precision a lot.
Yeah.
So that's...
You just get to snipe out a character. There's a lot of characters, it looks like,
There's a lot of rules
that have the wounds go down. Like a lot of the, like the weird boy had his wounds go down.
Any character that's it's like a multiple of 2 wounds, just like a 4-wound guy.
Yeah.
That's like, 5 attacks with the Halberd of Caliban. Can I get 2 through? It's not bad odds.
No, certainly not. And then, like, oops, I'm sorry your rules went away.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, anyway, let me hit you with the rest of my unit.
Right? So, pretty happy with just these profiles. And then we've got a special rule for each of the totally not a character that's in the unit. So, the Narthesium is while this unit contains an Apothecary, res 1 destroyed model a turn. So, it is a 10-man Terminator unit, potentially, that just picks up a model a turn. I like that. Astartes Banner is just +1 objective control. So, we're talking...
OC2.
OC2. Now, I do wonder how OC... like adding to OC interacts with Battle Shock.
I imagine if you fail Battle Shock that it locks you to 0. I mean, unless you're Dark Angels.
Unless you're Dark Angels.
But I would be surprised if they had it be like, yeah, it goes to 0. Then you go to 1. But like, who knows?
I would like that personally. Yeah. I don't like not helping my objectives.
Yeah.
Finally, Honor or Death. Well, this unit contains a company champion. Ooh, +1 advance in charge rolls and can use the Heroic Intervention stratagem for 0 CP. Ooh, interesting.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't say you get to double up, but you do get it for free.
Free is nice.
And that's pretty scary. And the champion has the halberd. So he's the one going in there being you, gone.
Character's gone. I like that. Of course, they do show us what a Storm Shield does. The bear has a wounds characteristic of 4. So 2 up armor, 4 up invuln, basically no matter what, but an extra wound if you happen to have a Storm Shield. I like that. I just like 10 dudes, 3 characters, 7 guys. Because it looks like anyone can take anyone can take a Thunderhammer Storm Shield. So let's just do that. 7 Thunderhammer Storm Shields, 3 beautiful characters that totally aren't characters. Call it a day. I like that unit.
No, the unit looks good.
Okay. So real quick, they in fact have covered a Primarch as well. I feel like we should talk about.
I feel like we should go over that. Yeah.
So let's look at the Lion. The chatter in the chat has been noted because the Lion's pretty spicy, and I'm hyped. Honestly, I really want to get this guy on the table.
Secrets revealed.
So his stat line is very comparable to Guilliman.
Yep.
10 wound, toughness 9, 2 up armor.
He's a monster.
Yeah, 3 up invuln.
I do like how Abaddon is the same size as the Lion, but Abaddon's a toughness 5 infantry model, and the Lion is a toughness 9 monster.
Yeah, counterpoint, one of them is a monster, and the other one is Abaddon.
It's true.
The Lion's a monster.
Yeah.
Brother! He has a gun. His gun is very respectable. Cool. But, it's a 2-shot plasma gun or a 4-shot kind of bolt pistol thing. Whatever. You're not taking the Lion for his bolt pistol. You're taking him for this sword. Fealty. Jack, would you like to have it 8 attacks with lethal hits, strength 12, AP 4, damage 4? Would you like that?
I would like that.
But what if I was taking 4 wound Terminators?
Spunk.
You would still like
Pass
that.
your invulns or
Fantastic,
die.
yeah. Good point, chat. He, in fact, is not as brave as Greyfax, but honestly, who could be?
Greyfax being a lead 4 is wild.
The funniest thing I've ever seen. Then the sweep on fealty. 16 attacks, 6-3-2. So the Lion still bops in
Super
combat.
respectable.
Super
16 attacks.
I do like that.
Man, that dude's APM is off the charts.
Yeah. And then we've got, of course, his rule. So he is Primarch of the First Legion, so he gets to choose one of these 3 things. The Emperor's Shield. He is -1 to wound. Not just in melee, just always -1 to wound. And then in melee, if he makes a save roll of 6, he dings a mortal onto whoever tried to punch him.
Yep, he has a 3-up invuln.
And then, of course, he does, in fact, have Lone Operative while within 3 inches of an Astartes infantry.
And he has fights first.
That's what an absolutely incredible rule.
So you can't shoot him.
Yeah.
And if you charge him, he's going to have something to say about it.
Yeah, so he's spooky, and he hits. And then he's the Primarch of the First Legion. Just on top of that.
Right. So in your command phase, you get to pick these, and it lasts for the whole turn.
Yeah. So
whole battle round.
All secrets revealed. Once per turn, so turn, not battle round, when your opponent targets unit from their army with a stratagem, before the stratagem's effects are resolved, lol, If that unit is within 12 inches of this model, you gain 1 CP. Ooh, so just... And that unit... So if they just use a strat within 12 of the line, it's like, and a command point?
And that enemy unit must take a battle shock test.
If the test is failed, in addition to being battle shocked,
that's true.
You don't use the strat.
And it still counts as having been used.
Woo.
So I assume that means that they spend the CP as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, they're committing. That is spooky.
Yeah.
Okay, so like you spend the CP. Oh, I gain his CP. You also lost objective control and don't even try to use another strat on this unit. Idiot.
Yeah,
like,
and you can't use that stratagem elsewhere.
Yeah, goddamn, Lion. Okay. Martial Exemplar, just a 6-inch aura +1 to hit in melee. That is very simple, but also is still pretty useful.
Yep, helps him get around -1 to hit, and helps his homies get around anything that they want. Those Terminators that hit on 3s and 4s, well, guess what? 2s and 3s.
Yikes, yeah. And then finally, there's no hiding from the Watcher Jack. Friendly Adeptus Astartes within 6 inches of this model gain a Feel No Pain 4+ against mortal wounds.
So it's a bit unfortunate this is in your command phase, so if your opponent has a way to deliver mortal wounds to you on turn 1 and you go second, you won't have this up. That being said, if your opponent does mortal wounds, my word, that is very good.
Yeah, so I love that this is one of the choices, because sometimes you're like, I will take a 4-up against mortal wounds and make this my army mechanic. And then you go and play against like Gene Slurkle, and they're like, I don't know, man, I've got a flamethrower and a shotgun. And you're like, that's it. And there's just no mortal wounds. So, like, I'm talking 9th, to be clear.
Yeah.
Because we have no idea how many mortal wounds GSC does in 10th. But now, if you just, like, go up against an army and you're like, hey, how many mortal wounds do you put out? And they're like, yeah, not really that many. I don't have devastating wounds anywhere. Sweet, let me just reveal your secrets real quick.
Yeah, either I'm going to be +1 to hit, which is, I assume, the go turn, or your stratagem's just not going to work.
Not really a plan.
Yeah. So, more of a hope and a plan.
This line's very spicy. I like this. Yeah, 3 up invuln, -1 to wound. Lol. What a guy.
Toughness 9. How many wounds? 10 wounds?
10 wounds. T9, 2 up, 3 up. Hard to mortal out if he's in the mood for it. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that guy slams.
That guy slams. Okay, I like that. Of course, we do have some other stuff. We've got Space Wolves. And they have a very complicated detachment role. The Saga of the Warrior Born.
So how do sagas work in general?
That's a great question. I should have read that first. The end of the battle round, select one of the sagas listed below. If that saga was completed by your army during the battle round, all Space Marine units gain the associated benefit until the end of the battle. You can only select each saga once per battle. Okay, so basically you have 4 sagas, and they all have if you do X, gain Y.
Yes.
And you don't have to call your shot on which one you're going for that turn. But you can just, at the end of the battle round, look at your 4, deeds and be like, okay, looks like I completed, these 2. I'm going to pick one of them. And now I get a benefit for the rest of the game. Yep. And then the next battle round, you can recheck and say, okay, I completed this one. Let me grab that. And now I've got this benefit for the rest of the game. So, 4 sagas. First up is the Warrior Born. If you destroy an enemy character unit, one or more enemy character models during the battle round. Shooting, melee, doesn't matter. Just if you kill an enemy character model.
With one of your characters.
Oh, with one of your characters. That is very important to know. If you do that, sustained hits in melee.
For your whole army.
So if you can get a character into a character, that is pretty good.
Yes.
But probably not doing that turn 1. Probably not.
Doubtful, unless you have a sniper character or something, which I don't know if the snipe cap is still around.
We'll see on that. The Saga of Majesty. If you control one or more objective markers in your opponent's deployment zone at the end of either player's turn during the battle round, and a character is within range of the objective. So
it's just so hard to do.
All you gotta do is get a bike chaplain into your opponent's deployment zone on objective and just be like, I hold it at the end of my turn.
But you have to control the objective.
Yeah, at the end of your turn. Or their turn. Either one, really.
Yeah.
Your choice.
That's hard.
It is not easy, but if you do, your army gets +1 to its objective control.
I feel like if you've held your opponent's home objective and have a character on it, they're already dead.
Well, if it's not that unreasonable to go contest objective. It's not easy. It's not easy.
You can't contest it. You have to control it.
I know. I mean, literally, just go grab an objective at the end of the turn by just charging, a chaplain on a bike and some, idiots in. And just being, or like, like there's always like a Space Wolf character on a bike with a Thunderhammer in every list I've ever seen of Space Wolves play for the last 5 editions. Just go get him onto an objective and punch someone.
Maybe, yeah.
And then
they have to not have anybody on the objective.
No, they need to not have anyone alive. Dead models don't hold objectives, Jack.
That is true. That's true. I mean, you're going to complete that turn 4 and then turn 5 after your opponent's dead. They're going to be like...
+1 OC.
Yeah.
Hold those
the one above is like very hard to trigger until after you've already got your big combats. Wow, these are hard.
These are not easy to get. High reward, high cost. Not easy. Here's a third one. Saga of the Bear. The saga is complete if one or more Adeptus Astartes character models from your army were reduced below half their starting number of wounds during the battle round, but not destroyed. So, to have a character below half wounds at the end of the battle round, not dead.
Yes.
So all that needs to happen is your opponent decides to hit one of your characters and you live.
And they have to almost kill you.
Yeah, well, yeah, if they just completely bounce off, I don't know, your Space Wolf hit him back.
Or as you pointed out shortly before the video, your Librarian just needs to perils.
Yeah, just like, we've seen a couple of Psychers so far that have like on a 2+ blah, on a 1 take mortal wounds, idiot. We just need one of those.
You need to roll that 3. Because they need to be reduced to below half.
Hey, maybe they'll take D6 mortals like a weird boy. Then you need to not roll a 5+. If you complete it, your army gets a 6 of Feel No Pain. I feel like the most likely scenario here is someone tries to kill one of your characters, because Space Wolf characters are usually punchy, and then you live. And then not only do you get to punch them back, you also get your army 6 of Feel No Pain. So again, a couple of hoops there.
Oh,
but really nice if it works.
Somebody points out in the chat, you just give all your characters plasma guns. Overcharge, 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 overcharge.
Brother. Brother. It's entirely a fair point.
No, that is what you do, actually.
That is actually what you do. Oh my god. Okay.
You just Yahtzee for it every turn. Do I roll a 1? I did! Sweet, my whole army gets a 6 of Feel No Pain.
Sweet. Just need a 5 wound character with a plasma.
Or a 4 wound, either way.
Or 4, not 6.
Not 3.
Not 3. And finally, Saga the Beast Slayer. If a character destroys one or more enemy monsters or vehicles. Honestly, I think I'm taking Bjorn with a las cannon and just trying to get a land speeder down to like 1 wound. Just be like, yeah, that's it.
And you get lethal hits, which in my
melee
opinion is probably the least effective one, but it depends what you're playing.
I like lethal hits. It obviously depends.
If you're playing into knights, it's a big deal. If you're not, then it's less important.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, chat's pointing out you can CPU your roll hazardous tests. You know what? You just got to do it on the successful ones, obviously. That's the plan here. Duh.
Just take 3 characters, give them all plasma guns, and take that 50-50 every turn.
Brilliant. So, a lot of upside, very hard to get, and no passive buffs here.
Also, very hard to get in time. It's not hard to get these by the end of the game, but
that is true. It's very easy to get these by turn 5.
Yeah, but by turn 2 and 3, when the game is, like, being decided...
Yeah, I feel like if you pull something clever off, you might get one battle round 1, but more often than not, you're not getting your first one till battle round 2, which means it's not kicking in till battle round 3.
I think it's legitimately you try to force as many hazardous checks as possible. We've seen some psychic abilities are able to be hazardous. Maybe you can take a plasma gun on that guy too.
Hey, Captain can take a plasma pistol. Just
it would be the funniest thing if you
took
a guy with a plasma gun, overcharged his psychic, overcharged his plasma, and just rolled double 1s.
Oh my god. Well,
he's dead.
You have to want to... Oh, no. Please no. Oh, God. All right. Well, that's Space Wolves. They do show us a datasheet. The Hounds of Morkai. This is where they would show Russ if he had a model. But,
right, but
he's lost. Yeah. The Hounds of Morkai are a generic Primaris stat line with OC1. Cool. I mean, it's a Space Marine stat line. Leadership 6+, because they're not Greyfax. And then they're really good into Psychers. So they have Anti-Psyker 4+ Devastating Wounds Precision on all of their weapons, and then the pistol's also a pistol. So just a AP1 bolt pistol with Dev Wounds Anti-Psyker 4+, and then just 4 attacks in melee. It's AP dash, but it's Devastating Wounds Anti-Psyker 4+. So
hate to be a Psyker.
Yeah, boy, witches get stitches. If you walk in with precision and be like, oh look, a Psyker. You.
Bye.
Anyways, mortals.
Yeah, I would also hate to be like Thousand Sons of Grey Knights against these guys.
Yeah, that is rough. They also have Scout 6-inch. Pretty useful. Can kind of guess what that does. And Morkai's Howl. In your shooting phase, select an enemy unit within 12 inches or 18 if you have a Lieutenant and Reaver armor leading the unit. Okay, fair enough. That unit must take a Battle Shock test, subtracting 1 from the result if Psycho unit. And if it's failed, in addition to being Battle Shocked, you're also -1 to the hit roll.
Mm-hmm.
So
only psychic attacks.
Oh, only psych. Oh, wow, okay.
I don't even know why they said -1 from the result if it's a psych. Oh, because they Battle Shocked.
Yeah.
They're Battle Shocked.
So if you hit a Psyker and they fail their Battle Shock test, they're -1 to hit with only their psychic attack. Okay.
Yikes. Can you go back up for a second?
Yeah, absolutely.
Up to Saga of the Bear.
Oh, Saga of the Bear.
This is horribly written. Because it should say that your opponent reduced your guy to less than half.
It really should, yeah.
It really should. I get that it's better this way, and, fine.
Plasma pistols, baby!
But we should not be fantasizing about the various ways to gat our own characters. People are talking about emergency disembarking from vehicles to allocate wounds to the characters, trying to put
Sure! Pain! Oh, jeez, pain. God, that's so lame. Alright. Anyways, that's silly. Hounds of Morkai. They have a 6-up invuln, but it's a 4-up against psychic attacks. So, I assume this is somewhat similar to what a Reaver is going to look like, but then also they really don't like Psychers.
No, they do not.
Fair enough, who would? Who would? There are no Psychers on Fenris, so, they're pretty mad at them.
Forcing a Battle Shock within 12 or 18 is legitimately not bad, even if you're not playing into Psychers.
Fully agreed. That part is really nice, always. I like Scout 6. I don't know if that'll be a common Reaver thing or just a Hounds thing. And then Devastating Wounds. Even if you're not a Psyker, just chipping a couple extra mortals in there for an AP dash unit does sound really important.
Yes. I mean, Devastating Wounds in general, even when you're not.
Yeah. Sounds good.
It sounds good.
I like Dev Wounds. All right. Blood Angels.
Before we get to that, let's discuss the...
Oh, yes. So, Shackleton Mangram, who has been a member for 12 months, has a question for us. Opinions on all the Contemptors and Leviathans going to Legends. Feels rough on my end. I really want to get the new plastics. Shackleton Mangram, first up, we're going to give a short answer because I think I'll be doing a video on this later today. So stay tuned for that.
Yes.
Also, I don't know how you feel, Jack. I personally own 1 Leviathan and, bear with me here, 8 Contemptors.
That's a lot of Contemptors.
Yes. I own 8 Contemptors across 3 armies.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
And I'm not counting Custodians ones, to be clear.
Yeah, because
those ones, no, in the article they indicated Custodians are keeping their Forge Roll.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's fun. I really like Leviathans. I've been planning to get one for 10th edition, and it's a good thing I didn't pull the trigger on that one.
Yeah, rough. That is some expensive basing material right now. Honestly, I'm really hoping that tournaments have a kind of loose, because a Redemptor and a Leviathan are not particularly dissimilar in size.
Leviathans are sweet. They're so cool. Why? I don't understand it. Just give them rules. It's easy. They have a plastic model.
Yeah, I don't understand it at all. I don't understand why they're just oh yeah, the new plastic models. When they were hard to get for 8 years, they had rules, and now it's finally a plastic model I can pick up at a local store, and they're don't buy that, you idiot. Okay.
It looks sweet. It looks so cool. I might legitimately still pick one up.
I would personally much prefer that they had axed the old school Marine kits that from 2005. Honestly, get rid of the Vindicator and the Predator and the Razorback. Those kits are older than Quentin.
Legitimately.
They're 20 plus years old. Get rid of those. And the brand new sweet plastic models you put out last year, let me buy those. I will spend money.
I've wanted a Leviathan and just never really gotten around to doing it for a long time. I think they look awesome. They go in a variety of armies, so as I jumped around, I could still buy a Leviathan. Yep. And it's just, I don't understand it. They're so cool.
Yeah. So that's it for that. We'll talk more about that article a little bit later today, Shackleton. Blood Angels, Jack. You're a Blood Angels guy, right?
I think it's fair to say at this point.
So you get the Red Thirst as your detachment roll, which is extremely easier to read than the Space Wolf one.
Yeah, and also
Would you like to do the honors?
Yeah, I would love to. Yeah, I'm going to cover all this. Each time an Adeptus Astartes unit from your army is selected to fight, if it made a charge move, till the end of the phase, +1 strength and attacks to melee weapons equipped by models in that unit.
Wow, that is...
Wow, I don't have to jump through 30 hoops with one of my characters in order to trigger a part of this? Mm-hmm. I just have it? That's sweet!
Yeah, it's just a nice passive buff that you get all the time.
Yep, it's not a once-a-game thing. It's just, hey, anytime you bap, you bop.
Yeah, that is... extremely simple. And I am glad for it. I am genuinely glad to see that the Red Thirst is just a rule that you have. It's probably not as good as like a turn 5 Space Wolf army, but boy is it going to feel nice on turns 1, 2, and 3.
I don't know. Turn 5 Space Wolf army is going to have like 2 of those buffs.
Yeah, I'd take
They're going to have like sustained hits and lethal hits.
Yeah, I'd take that over Red Thirst.
+1 strength and attacks?
If I could do it for all 5 turns. Not on turn 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they actually have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, turns 1, 2, and 3, Red Thirst is going to feel pretty good.
Oh, yeah, man. Woo!
Yeah, so yeah, back to old school Furious Charge for Blood Angels. Very appropriate, very okay with this. I like Red Thirst. Now they do show us the Death Company Intercessors, which checks notes is a generic Space Marine stat line. Cool. Has a 6 of Feel No Pain.
That's sweet. I assume you can't up it to a 5-up, although that was a strat, so who knows?
Yeah, it was a strat, so who knows? They do have 2 special rules, which is 2 is interesting. Okay, once per turn you can target this unit with Fire, Overwatch, or Heroic Intervention strat for 0 CP. Doesn't say even if someone used it, but still, 0 CP is nice.
I like 0 CP.
Oh,
Heroic
Visions of
Intervention
Heresy.
is also...
I love Visions of Heresy. It's like, Termagant walks up, Horus? Bang, bang,
Are
bang,
you
bang.
Horus? You're looking awful Horus-y today.
Oh, no. And then they have the Black Rage. Makes an attack, you can reroll the hit roll. While this unit is not within 12 inches of one or more friendly chaplain models, it can't fall back into OC0.
Yeah,
so always reroll hits.
But it rerolls hits all times. It used to just be that they got their extra +1 attack on the charge.
Yep.
And that was Black Rage. You got +1 attack on the charge. That's it. You were charged, don't care. You heroic, don't care. +1 attack on the charge. And it was really good. But it was a little limited. Mm-hmm. This is just, hey, I don't care if you've been stuck in this combat for 3 turns, you're still rerolling hits. And that is massive. Yeah, especially with the lower amount of rerolls in this edition.
That is pretty nice.
You know, the rerolls are going way down. So this is money.
I like rerolls. You do have to keep a chaplain around, but that's not the hardest thing in the world.
Well,
if you're playing it, it's not.
Plus, I want Asterath or Lamarties anyway.
Yeah, like those are just cool models.
Both of those have been absolutely amazing for me in the last year, so I'm happy to keep them around.
Indeed. We do in fact have Gabriel Seth. Funny enough, they give us both of sides of his data sheet. I don't know why, I guess.
Can you scroll down one sec?
Down?
He's just Blood Angels.
Yep, just Blood Angels.
He is a Blood Angel.
Good for him. Let's take him with Dante. Double up.
Woo! The Fluff Police are on their way.
Yeah, that's me. Okay, so Gabriel Seth is what looks like... He's a 6 wound character. Okay, so he's not just like a complete basic. 3 up armor, 4 up envuln. And he's got 2 rules here. Lord of Slaughter. While this model is leading a unit, that unit is eligible to declare a charge in a turn which it advanced.
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
That is cool.
Yeah, that's super awesome.
Gives the unit advance and charge.
That's amazing.
And it looks like he can go with Assault Squad, Command Squad, Tactical Squad, or Vanguard Veterans.
Oh, yeah.
Would you like to join a Tactical Squad advance and charge deck? Or Vanguard Veterans?
Yeah, or a Command Squad. Huh. Honestly, depending on what they do, but yeah.
Oh.
Advance and charge strong.
He has a Flesh Tears rule.
No.
Wow. All right. A successor of the Blood Angels.
Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind.
So
read the data card challenge.
Read the data card.
Difficulty impossible.
Fair. Still cool. And then he has Whirlwind of Gore. Each time this model fights, until the fight is resolved, add one of the attacks characteristics of this model's Blood Reaver for every 5 enemy models within 6 inches.
Within 6 inches.
6 inches is big. You can get 5 models in very easily.
Yeah, you can probably get 10 models in fairly easily.
6 attacks base. This can go up. 2's 8, 2, 3 sustained hits 1. That is brutal. And he'll go to strength 9 on the charge with Red Thirst.
Yep. So he goes to 7 base, goes to 8 if he's got 5 within range. Like, he hits. He doesn't hit as hard as he used to. You never took him, probably for the same reason that you will still not take him, which is that Blood Angel characters were at least very good. The special characters.
There's 6 named characters. If Seth is the best of all 6, you take him. If it's close, you take the Blood Angels.
Yeah.
Because then you get more.
He was amazing in last edition. You just never really took him. Because he fought twice, and then he also rerolled hits, and he was insane.
Yeah.
Here, advance and charge to his unit is gross. That's honestly very, very good.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
And he will slow down the vanguards and assault squads a little. What'll happen is they'll all string out as he moves, so he'll be the back model. Then you charge, and he slingshots right back into combat.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about it.
Does not say a single thing about without jump packs.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. Jack. More Jack armies.
More Jack armies.
The Jack Templars.
The Jack Templars.
Okay. So,
yeah, I can't get a tattoo of this for obvious reasons.
I mean, the Jack Templars?
No.
Why not? You have another shoulder.
Because the Templar sigil, that would be a bad one, man.
Fair. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Okay, so we've got Templar vows. At the start of the first battle round, select one of the 4 Templar vows to be active for Depths Astartes units from your army. Oh, that's weird. You don't have to kill someone of the character. You just get to have that.
Yeah, no, that's weird.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
okay. So all melee weapons get lethal hits. Good start.
That's pretty good. That is, you're going to pick that against high toughness armies like knights, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's good
For sure.
How about feel no pain 6 up army wide, but you also get leadership 5+.
That's pretty good.
That's also nice. I like that.
Uphold the Honor used to be the just by far default.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Abhor the Witch, Destroy the Witch. I do like that. 4 Pinvum against psychic attacks, and then your melee weapons get anti-psych 4+. Now, theoretically here...
Whoa!
And I don't... I may not. Maybe,
Hello.
Maybe this is just me, but I feel like getting to choose this at the start of the first battle round is really nice timing. Because you can just look across the battlefield and be like, am I playing Tower Thousand Suns? Hey, look at that. Do be hating witches.
Oh, no. Yeah,
Right.
Thousand Suns and Grey Knights hate this one weird trick.
Yeah, rough. Okay, and then one more. Melee weapons get sustained hits 1.
That's really good, too.
Yeah,
That's really good as
choice
well.
of lethal hits or sustained hits. Both of these are good. You can kind of look at the opponent and say, are you tough or are you many? Pretty happy either way. I like just getting a 6 at Feel No Pain Army wide. That just sounds useful.
It does, and leadership characteristic of 5+ is probably just going to pay...
Good golly, I do like leadership 5+ as well. Custodians hate this one simple trick.
Yeah.
This is good. And you don't even have to get Halbricked onto their home objective. Good for them. Let's see if they show some more Black Templar rules. So Primaris Sword Brethren, 3 wound Space Marine. That's nice. Weren't they 2 before?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's actually legit then.
Yeah.
Okay. They've got a bunch of different, let's see, combi weapons, same as we think.
I wish they showed the back.
I know.
Because they were one of the kits where it was like, you could take one of this, and one of this, and one of this, and one of this, and one of this, or you can just all take power weapons.
So, they've got Master Crafted Power Weapon.
I assume
Power
that's what
weapon.
the Sergeant has.
Yeah, probably the Sergeant gets Master Crafted. Regular guys get Power Weapons. And then Thunder Hammers. And what's weird is that, aren't there Lightning Claws in the kit?
Yes.
I'm not seeing...
I assume that's just power weapon.
Oh, okay.
Look at their rule.
At the start of the fight phase, you can select one of the following effects to apply to melee weapons equipped by models of this unit. Either +1 attack or +1 damage. Brother! That's really good. Alright, so hear me out here.
That Thunderhammer's going back to damage 3, John.
Yeah, okay, but what if you had the Thunder Hammer at damage 3 and you were also anti-psycher 4+ with those devastating wounds?
I would like that, yeah. Bam!
Bam!
Yeah.
Ooh, alright, Sword Brethren looking spicy.
Let's give him a big fan of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. I
don't see why I'm ever taking the Astartes Chainsword, thank you very much.
If they give you the choice, I would prefer the power weapon, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope
the Master-crafted power weapon hits on 2s?
Oh, it's gotta be the Sergeant.
Yeah, it's gotta be the Sergeant.
Nice.
Or maybe that's the Emperor's Champion in there. No, because he has a separate model.
I think he's a separate model, yeah.
I don't know.
So
to see.
Black Templars, a lot of good options. This is
that data sheet makes me feel some things.
Yeah, that is very good. Okay.
I would like +1 attacks or +1 damage, and then a variety of melee buffs as well.
Yeah, but after Hellbricht kills their warlord in
No,
single combat.
no, just at the start of the battle. You just pick it. You just pick it.
No kidding. What a world.
I would hate to be Grey Knights into that.
Yeah, wow.
Woo!
Okay.
Thunderhammers. Just load out in Thunderhammers. You're like, if a witch dares.
If a witch thought.
If a witch thought that they're going to escape unpurged, devastating wounds, anti-psyker.
Yikes. Alright, so we do have one more chapter to cover. Deathwatch. While I'm not getting the tattoo, I do like Deathwatch, so I'm excited to see what they do.
Get the eye?
It's a pretty cool logo. Alright, so Deathwatch. You can get mission tactics, so if you do the Deathwatch detachment, cool. So the start of your command phase, select one of the mission tactics listed below until the start of your next command phase, blah, blah, blah. Mission tactic can only be selected once per battle. So it looks like we've got, kind of like Doctrines, you have 1, 2, 3 rules, but instead of the Doctrines, you get different abilities because they're Deathwatch, but they're each still once a game.
You have Fur, Malleus, and Purgatus.
Alright, so Furor. Sustained hits for all weapons. Shooting and combat, just sustained hits 1. That's a good battle round. Okay. Malleus. Lethal hits. All weapons, not shooting melee. All weapons, shooting and melee. Lethal hits just for one sweet battle round. Bang! Purgatus tactics.
Oh no.
Each time you make an attack, if a critical hit is scored, you gain precision. So that is just one sweet turn of every character is just ducking for their life. Like, all I want to do is, like, point, like, multi-meltos at a unit and be like, let's see if I get a 6 to hit.
Oh, I rolled a 6. Guess what? You're dead.
You're dead now. Oh, that
the
is...
moment with that, you're just like, oh, I'm going to reroll everything that isn't a 6. And Abaddon is dead.
Love that. That is spicy. Okay, so each of these is once a game, thank goodness. But that's still real.
Sustained hits 1 is very solid. Yeah, especially when you combine that with Oath.
Yeah. Or lethal hits combined with Oath.
That's true.
I like all
true.
This.
All true.
Yes, you get Oath and this. Don't get the Doctrines. Very happy. Then, of course, they do bring us some data sheets. Looks like they're just giving us the Deathwatch Veterans data sheet, which, if it sticks the same as 9th, is not the Kill Team data sheet. Like, cause there's a Proteus Kill Team, which is 5 Deathwatch Veterans, or in 9th. 5 Deathwatch Veterans and an assortment of Terminators and Vanguard Veterans and bikes.
Yeah.
And then there's the Deathwatch Veterans, which is its own data sheet, which is the same idiots but can't add Terminators.
Yeah, Deathwatch has been weird every time it's come out, so we'll see what they do.
Mm-hmm. So this is good. And we've got here... so they do show us a couple of unique Deathwatch weapons. We know what a Vulcan does. The Frag Cannon, Blast, Heavy, Rapid Fire D3.
Ooh.
18 inches D3, only ballistic skill 4, 712. So if you get within 9, we're talking 2D3 blast, 712. That's strong. I like that. That's just a good, if you get up close, boom, 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 boom. And they folded the multiple profiles in here, which I like. Yeah. The Infernus
long Vigil ranged weapon? Is that just a combi weapon?
That is just a combi weapon.
Sweet.
I'm thinking that the fact that you used to be able to take storm bolters or combi weapons or Deathwatch shotguns, it looks like they were just like, you have one option now. Here's your thing, combi weapon. Which, fair enough. The combi weapon's pretty good, so I don't mind this at all. Infernus Heavy Bolter is either a heavy bolter or a heavy flamer. You just choose one of the two. All right, fair enough. It used to be that you could choose both, like a combi weapon, which was like still not what you took, but kind of silly.
Yeah.
This is a perfectly fine compromise. Yeah. Deathwatch Thunderhammer. And this is fun. 3 attacks.
That is a profile.
Weapon skill 4. Strength 10, AP 2, damage 3. Now, I don't know if you read the other Thunderhammers, Jack.
Yeah, it's not
but that was 822. This is 10,
not for Sword Brethren. That's 823 right there.
Of course. 10-2-3, still devastating wounds. Ooh.
They reroll hit rolls of 1 all the time. And if you're Xenos,
just reroll the hit.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Dark Elder, I hate this one weird trick.
Oh, I do like that a lot. No, we do have the close combat weapon, whatever. Thunderhammer, cool. Long Vigil melee weapon is just 3 attacks at 5-2-1. That's a very nice power weapon.
And the Xenophase Blade. They kept the Xenophase Blade.
Same profile, all but devastating wounds.
It's
So the sergeant's just whipping out the Xenophase Blade like, look at this power weapon. Wing! Yeah, that's... These weapons, there's not a lot to really glean here. These weapon profiles make me happy. I like the Frag Cannon. I like the Heavy Thunder Hammer. And I like the Xenophase Blade. Yeah, and you know what? Good. I do also like Purging Xenos.
Now that you mention it.
Now that I mention it. That is the end of this data sheet. There's a lot in here. There's a little bit of a long one, but I'm pretty happy about this. I know you really like your Black Templars and your Blood Angels.
Yes.
So I'm told.
I think I have a tattoo to prove it, yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go. I'm pretty excited.
Your turn, bud.
Pretty excited about Dark Angels and Deathwatch. I'm not necessarily getting a tattoo, but maybe I win LVO with Dark Angels or Deathwatch we can reconsider.
Yeah, you win an LVO in the ITC and you're like, maybe I want to commemorate that.
Maybe I do.
Maybe I do.
Yeah, this is pretty good. And yeah, it looks like presumably they're getting rid of the shotgun and making it a long vigil ranged weapon. But honestly, the anti-infantry 4 plus devastating wounds rapid fire 1, this is still a good enough profile that if you're within 12 inches, this is a fine replacement for a shotgun. Yes. I will miss that shotgun, though. That shotgun was sweet.
That shotgun was dope. We came up with a sweet Deathwatch list.
And I missed the Storm Shield, which is that you can get a 4-up invuln.
Oh, so some Storm Shields give you an extra wound, some give you an invuln? That's weird.
It looks like they have an Astartes Shield.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. No, my bad. No, yeah, sorry. My bad.
Yeah, Storm Shield's plus 1 wound. This is an Astartes Shield, Jack.
Obviously.
So presumably the common thread is if you already have a 4-up invuln, you get a Storm Shield. And if you don't have a 4-up invuln, you get an Astartes Shield. If you can take, as you could before, an entire squad of Astartes Shield and...
well, that's a Presidium Shield,
for the
record.
Of course. And a Storm Bolter. If you can instead take just a long vigil ranged weapon and a Storm Shield on a whole unit, that's like that used to be a pretty good budget skirmish unit. I could see that being a good combo here.
Yeah. For Black Templars, do you think vows beat out Tactical Doctrine? I think it's going to depend on the stratagems. Because it is a powerful tool, but is it as powerful as the effects that you get out of Doctrines? Hard to say.
Maybe.
Doctrines are very strong each one time, whereas the vows are strong across the whole game, and you get to tailor them to your opponent. Yeah. But when you activate the doctrines, they are stronger, right? Advance and charge army wide is good.
But then there's at least two turns where you don't have a doctrine. And then you're like, boy howdy, would having lethal hits for 5 turns be nice right now?
Yes.
So we'll see.
Yes.
Yeah, I imagine
this time, wait, hold on. Can you go down and double check the lethal hits on the Black Templar? They don't randomly not work against vehicles and monsters?
You
go up. You're right.
Oh, Deathwatch, yeah. My bad. There's so many different ways to get lethal hits here.
It's just lethal hits. Thank God for that. The biggest annoyance for me over the last 2 iterations of Black Templars, a little diatribe, is that they had 6 to hit auto wound against non-vehicles and monsters, which is where you want it. You don't want it against like toughness 4 randos. You want it against the toughness 7 and 8, vehicles that otherwise your strength 4 chainswords are not really cutting it.
Yeah, now you're cutting it.
You're cutting a lot of things, which is good, because they're going to, like, toughness 10, 11, 12.
Yeah. Okay. I'm hyped here. I'm excited to see that they've kept a lot of flavor in these chapters. A little bit sad that we're maybe not getting a White Scar and Iron Hands detachment, but, maybe... There's always time for GW to decide to publish more campaign supplements. So
possibly in the future.
We'll have to see what happens there.
Yep.
Overall, very excited. Excited to see Dark Angels and Deathwatch both have very interesting rules. Those are chapters I like. Blood Angels and Black Templars, 2 armies you like, both look like they've got a little bit of spice to them.
Yeah, I really like that Premier Sword Brethren data sheet, and I like having +1 strength and attacks on the charge, man.
Those are useful things.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so that is going to wrap us up here. So, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you liked this video, please like this video. As well, if you hit that subscribe button, you'll get notified every time we go live with more 10th edition content. Trust me, there is a lot coming soon. We are really, really excited. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Make sure you check out the link in the description below if you want to get a free 3-day trial to the War Room, where you can find amazing content for all skill levels, as well as our great community. All right, we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.